Okay, welcome back to the Fireburns Within channel. Another anniversary review video. Europe's The Final Countdown is 35 years old. It was released back in 26th of May 1986. A long time ago indeed. 35 years have passed. I don't think I've ever listened to this album in full. I've heard quite a few of the tracks, but even if I've listened to it in full, it would have only been the once. But I can't even remember, and I don't think I have. I've just heard the hits or the odd songs which I might have heard here and there. But I've actually sat down and listened to it in full. I actually listened to it twice. So that's good. So it was released back in 26 May 86. It's 35 years old. What else is there to say? It's got some big hits that everybody knows. Well, one major monster hit that is a hit the world over. Of course, it's the title track. And it starts things off. So let's start with that. This is one where you're either really sick of it, or you're okay with it, or you still love it. I mean, to me, I still love it. I don't know what it is about this track. I still think it's an amazing track. Especially the solo part. I love that solo from John Norum. That's amazing. The keyboard melody that everybody knows is sort of, it is what it is. We've heard it a million trillion times, but still, it's okay. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. So I had to give it an 8 out of 10 for the opening track and the title track and the most famous track from the album. Track 2 is Rock the Night. It was the second single from the album. I still love this track. I just think it's really catchy, very melodic. Joey Tempest's vocals are very good. The chorus is just catchy. I mean, it's got this stop-start riff, very cool melody, the way his voice, sings the song. It's just made to be sung along with. And again, a killer solo. I mean, the album is chock full of awesome guitar solos. I mean, I'd sort of, not forgotten because I haven't really heard it, but listening to it back, I just, I'm not sure if it's all John Norum or if it's there's another guitarist as well, but it's just absolutely killer. He's probably the only one. Great song, Rock the Night, 8.5 out of 10. I gave it a half a point more than The Final Countdown. Track 3 is Carrie. It's the major hit ballad on the album. Yeah, I'm not a ballad guy. I mean, this is one for the chicks. The Light Is Out. It's okay. It's very schmaltzy, very sweet. 6.5 out of 10. A little bit generous, but I'd probably give it a 5 if I was, doing it for myself. But I don't know, 6.5. Yeah, it's okay. It's not terrible. Joey sings it very well, of course. He's got a great voice. Track 4 is called Danger on the Track. This one I didn't recall at all. I don't think I've ever heard it. This one is a seriously catchy tune. It's got some lush vocal harmonies. Really cool. It's got a similar feel to Rock the Night. It's the tempo wise. Very cool tune. I'm glad I heard it for the first time, more or less. I have no memory of it. There's a cool little bit of Hammond organ as well, I think, later on. And another killer lead break from John Norum. 8.5 out of 10. Could be 9, but I gave it 8.5. Track 5 is called Ninja. I think I've heard this one before, although when I listened again now, I didn't really recall it because it's been so long. But this is a very catchy tune again. Obviously, the lyrics are about ninjas. I think there must have been something in 1986 or around that time, something in the films or something in the movies about ninjas from from Japan and the Far East or wherever. So they wrote a song about it. The very cool counterpoint vocals on this one. It's very upbeat. It's nice. Joey's vocals are just sound so smooth. They're so great to listen to. Another great lead. I mean, I've said that on every song, but the lead work, the lead guitar work is it's very clean, very melodic. It's just a pleasure to listen to. So gave this track another 8.5 out of 10. Very cool track, Ninja. Okay, side 2 on the album. They deal with sides in these days because we're talking vinyl, of course. Is Cherokee. I'm pretty sure I've heard this one, although it was so good to listen to it again. This one reminds me of some of Rainbow's commercial tracks, with Graham Bonnet. This one's got that kind of feel. Very catchy chorus. The verse riff is a little bit mundane, shall we say. It's sort of okay, but it's not really getting under my skin. I mean, but Joey's vocals on this one is very cool. I mean, I love his vocal lines. Very awesome. Chorus is seriously catchy. Lots of nice keyboards as well. Very similar to what Van Halen was using in the mid 80s. That kind of keyboard sound on Cherokee. Again, 8.5 out of 10. I love this song. Next is Time Has Come. It's a nice slower song. I've never heard this one. You could say it's like a power ballad, this one. More of a steady, slow song. Vocally very nice from Joey. The guitar work is really cool from Norum. I enjoy the guitar work more than the song on this one. It's an okay song. It's 7 out of 10. Next is Heart of Stone. This one has got a heavy grooving riff. Slight little keyboard touches to add a little bit of colour. Joey's vocals are excellent. Some tasty little guitar licks from Norum. Spice up the verses very nicely. The chorus is a beautiful thing indeed. It starts off like it just gives you ears a wonderful clean melody, some serious ear candy there. I love the verses as well on this, just as much as the chorus. There's a fluid solo later, killer melodic runs on the guitar. I think this one is possibly my favourite song on the album, so I sneaked it in front with a 9 out of 10 for Heart of Stone. I really enjoyed this song. Next is the track On the Loose. This one we finally speed it up a touch. The album is not really a fast album at all. It sort of stays in the main mid-tempo range. I think this is more to do with, like, if you want to get in the charts, you've got to stay mid-tempo, because if you start playing a little bit fast, you start to lose people. They say things like, oh, it's too rock or it's too heavy. So I think they purposely made an album with lots of mid-tempo songs. But On the Loose is a little bit of a faster song. I don't recall hearing this at all. It's an upbeat riff, a catchy verse. Chorus is quite simple, but it's pretty neat. It's nice. It's got a cool melody. The more you hear it the second time, it sounds a bit cooler. The vocals from Joey, very good. There's a nice shredding solo again. I mean, I'm trying to not give this one such a high rating, but I really enjoyed this one again. So 8.5 out of 10 again. And the final track on the album is called Love Chaser. Starts off with keyboards It sounds very similar to the keys from Final Countdown. You always think they're gonna rewrite the Final Countdown, but then they sort of it changes and settles into a sort of mid-tempo again. Chorus soon arrives. It's a cool one. It's melodic as usual. It's very catchy. The main riff reminds me of Dio's Holy Diver. It's got that sort of shuffling beat to it. It's similar in feel. There's some very cool vocals from Joey. You know, his melodies are really catchy. They really catch your ear. This is not a duff track by any means on which to end. I mean, it's a solid track. So an 8 out of 10 for this one. So that was the last track on the album. I mean, overall, I really enjoyed this album. I mean, I don't recall hearing it in full. Obviously, I've heard the hits many times. This is a very cool, uplifting 80s melodic rock, stadium-sized anthems. Superb vocals from Joey, very cleanly produced. Great solos from Norum. I wish the rhythm guitar was a little bit heavier, a little bit crunchier if possible. But I guess they didn't want to make it too heavy because you've got to stay commercial, right? This is the mid-80s. If you want commerciality, you can't add too much weight to the guitar because it starts to appeal less to the ladies or whoever, the general random people. But they just had the nice enough guitar to be enjoyable. But maybe if you want a little bit more heavier guitar, then you'll be slightly disappointed. But song-wise, I mean, the material is so strong. I mean, it's so well written. It's so to the point. It's, the hooks are just huge. Very, very cool. I mean, even after 35 years, this album sounds pretty fresh. I mean, it was recorded very well. Okay, this is the mid-80s, so production techniques are, they're good, but maybe sometimes if you don't have $1 million to throw at the production, it might not sound good. But obviously they really pulled out all the stops on this one to make it sound as, as clean, as, as cool, as, as tight as possible. So it's a really cool album. My average rating for this works out at 8.1 out of 10, which is very good. I could even raise it to 8.5. To me, this is a classic Europe album. I mean, they've changed a lot since this album. They're still going now, still releasing albums, but the sound is totally different now. It's a bluesy, heavy hard rock sound now, which I don't mind, but I don't know, I just prefer the classic Europe, I guess. I've seen them live a couple of times as well. They were very good, but that was in their nowadays incarnation, where they're a little bit heavier, a little bit more bluesy hard rock. But anyway, this was a fun review to do after 35 years, reviewing the Final Countdown by Europe. Okay, stay tuned for more.